Alright, so we're going to go through a step-by-step guide on how to set up i18next. So I have a blank React app here. I'm going to download these dependencies. I'm going to copy these two so I can just type out the first two, make it a little quicker. Okay, let this load. So once this finishes, we're going to create a new file called i18n.js. Just make sure that it's in your source folder so that it's at the same level as your index.js. Okay, so we'll copy all this. Paste it. Okay, so now that we have this set up, we're going to create a whitelist with an array that contains our languages that we're going to use. So English, Italian, and French. From here, we're just going to go to our index.js and import the file that we just created, the i18n. Alright, so now that that's imported, we'll go to our public folder. We're going to create a new folder called locales. Inside this folder, we're going to create new folders for each language. So we'll do one for EN, IT, and FR. And inside of each of these folders, we're going to create a new file called translation.json. I'm going to skip ahead here. So we have those files, and now we're going to import the use translation hook. And then we're going to copy this, paste it inside of our function. Okay. Let's go ahead and create our handle click method. So it's going to take a parameter of whichever language we're going to pass in once we invoke this function. We'll just call it lang. Okay, i18n, change language, and then we're going to pass in lang. Okay, so we can go ahead and create buttons from here. For English, okay, and then we'll add our onClick, which will call the handle click function. And then we'll pass in EN for English. Then we'll do the same for the other two buttons. Just change it to IT and French. So after saving that, my app crashed. I forgot to implement the suspense hook, which is a built-in hook in React. It'll basically just load whatever you pass into fallback when your page is loading. So let's go and add that first. Just pass in loading. Save that. Now we can refresh our page. Should be good. Okay, now we have our buttons. Now that that's handled, we can start setting up our translations. So let's go ahead and go into our JSON files, create an object. For this example, we'll just call the key of this header. And we'll create a new object for it, and then we'll give it the index of 0. You can technically call this whatever you wanted. And then we'll just type in whatever we want it to say. Okay, and then forgot to put quotes here, so I'll add those. And then we can go ahead and copy this whole thing and then place it into the other JSON files. And then I already translated these. I had them comment out at the bottom, so I'll just go ahead and copy and paste these. So this is the Italian folder. And then we have our French. Cool. So last step is we need to write in curly brackets. We're going to call the T. And then in quotes, we're going to do header 0. Okay, save that. There we go.